And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video we are going to be going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours and of course go over why Rangers have been handed a huge transfer blow. But let's start with Fabio Silva. Yes, Fabio Silva, according to a reputable Portuguese source, Rangers have made a decision over the future of Fabio Silva. The attacker, who has struggled at times during his loan spell from Wolves, has been spent a lot of his time playing wide on the left when he is a natural centre forward. Portuguese journalist Sebastião Sousa Pinto has reported that Rangers have already decided whether they will look to sign him on a permanent deal or extend his loan spell, and it isn't good news for Silva. It appears that Rangers have decided that he will return to Wolves at the end of the campaign, and his future will then be decided by the English Premier League side. Silva will be entering his final year of his Wolves contract when he heads back down south, having signed for the Molineux side in 2020 on a 5-year deal. They of course did pay £35 million for him, but the move hasn't worked out as planned, as he has just scored 5 goals in 73 games for him. So yeah, I don't think any surprise there from you there, Rangers fans. There was no sort of buyout option clause embedded in his contract, but of course there was talk because it was going into the final year. If he did impress and if he was prolific for us, we could have then went in and made a move for him, but that's not going to be the case this summer. Regardless if we win the league and get the Champions League money, I don't think you have to be a genius to see that he probably doesn't really fit our system. Now, in other news, guys, of course we are getting time to that time of year where the PFA Manager of the Year nominees are announced, and of course the PFA players are announced as well. And basically, for the first time in a long time, Rangers and Celtic players are not there and a part of it. And the PFA Scotland Manager of the Year awards are potentially going to Tony Docherty, John McGlynn of Falkirk, and Derek McInnes of Kilmarnock. Very, very interesting indeed, considering where Rangers and Celtic are so far this season. And I've been very, very vocal about both managers and both teams so far this season. I don't necessarily think Celtic have been good this year. Obviously, you can probably tell they've won a treble last year and have been very, very poor in themselves. But from a Rangers perspective, I'm kind of surprised that Philippe Clement hasn't been involved. The fact that we are actually in a title race, you could say we have shat the bed. Sorry, excuse my French. We have shat the bed over the last 6 or 7 games. For him to get us into the title race for after the shit show that Michael Beale left us, I do think was a very, very good impact. So I don't necessarily think he was the manager of the year, but I'm certainly think he should have been a nominee at least. But of course, no Rangers or Celtic manager, neither Brendan Rodgers or Philippe Clement, have been put onto the shortlist with regards to the PFA Manager of the Year award. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Do you think Philippe Clement should have been there on the list? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, we are obviously going to be speaking about the main subject of today's video, and that's that Rangers have been handed a huge transfer blow, and that's with regards to Jose Cifuentes. His hope of a permanent move to Cruzeiro is in major doubt after a legendary striker Ronaldo pulled the plug on his funding of the football club. The Ecuadorian midfielder exited Rangers in February on loan to the outfit, who were owned and funded by Brazilian hero Ronaldo. Cifuentes' time in Glasgow was a disaster after only 6 league starts, as he failed to live up to the hype surrounding his move from the MLS in the summer. His last league appearance against Dundee in December saw him receive a red card. It took Cifuentes almost 3 months to finally start a game for his new club last week, after his debut was delayed by red tape, and Cruzeiro have an option to buy him when the loan deal expires at the end of the year. But that's now in serious doubt now after Ronaldo pulled the plug on his investment in the club after criticism following a lack of investment over the last 2 relegations. Ronaldo said, "I know most fans are grateful to me and my team for putting Cruzeiro back on the national and international scene. My goal has been reached. That was always the idea, to bring Cruzeiro back and at the right time and then give it to the right person." The new owner, Brazilian supermarket owner Pedro Figueiredo, revealed it would take them 10 years to pay off all of Cruzeiro's debt. So again, look, of course, he's hoping that he does make a bit of an impact. We did, of course, sign him for a significant fee back in the summer. Whilst we may get the money money and recoup the money for Sam Lammers because he's impressed at this moment in time. Cifuentes isn't impressing, and of course, it does look like Rosario wouldn't even be able to meet the buyout option anyway, should they actually want to. So, a bit of a transfer blow there for us. As I said, after the shit that Michael Beale did to us in the summer, it is imperative that we try and get back as much money as we possibly can. So yeah, interesting indeed on that front. More news, guys, is with regards to James Tavernier. Of course, we did say this morning that he is not, we rubbished the links from Al Ettifaq, and that Al Ettifaq are not interested in James Tavernier, and Tavernier himself is actually eyeing a testimonial. So yeah, very interesting to see that. Interested to hear if you would think that James Tavernier, if he plays 10 years, do you think he will get a testimonial after the 10 years he's had at this football club? Would you be for that, or do you want him to go this summer? And then lastly, obviously speaking about the manager of the PFA Manager of the Year awards, I actually forgot to touch upon the Player of the Year awards, and actually there was 2 Rangers players that have been mentioned. This is obviously voted for by the players. Jack Butland, obviously a nominee from Rangers. James Tavernier, a nominee for Rangers. Lawrence Shankland, a nominee from Heart of Midlothian. And of course, Matt O'Reilly, a nominee for Celtic. Another Rangers player in Ross McCausland has been nominated for the Young Player of the Year award. And then he will join sort of Leo Cameron, Lennon Miller, and David Watson. So a few Rangers inclusions, and if you care for the women, Kirsty McLean of Rangers and Rachel Rowe of Rangers have been nominated for their side, and for young player, Kirsty McLean for Rangers and Mia McCauley have been nominated on that front there. Sorry, this is not put together. I completely forgot what I was doing, and I completely forgot about it. But that's that. Now, lastly, to finish off, as I said, it has been a bit of an action-packed video. Danilo has teased a return, obviously, on social media, as, of course, he's put on his boots and his socks in his story. Will he return with the next sort of 5 games? Probably not, but hopefully he can get the round running in the summer. And I actually forgot he was a striking option for us, genuinely. I keep forgetting now. Obviously, he's been out for the whole of the campaign. Well, he got picking up that injury, but genuinely, I actually forgot that he even played for us. But yeah, he would be an added bonus going into next season for sure. Hopefully he can be back before then, but I have my reservations that will be possible. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on everything down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you check out rfcclothing.com to see all your Rangers t-shirts. Link is down in the description, or as stated, goes to rfcclothing.com. Thank you guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.